Hello, hello. This is Meri at the.meri.atelier, and it's Friday night. Friday night art. Yeah. Welcome to my desk. Welcome to my desk. It is Friday, January the 21st. So, I have some things to take care of. First of all, let me get out to my stream. Let's see if I can find it so I can welcome folks in. Hi, Sherry Van. Hi, Carol, the magical touch. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I do have some things to take care of tonight. And first of all, I'm going to kind of cover some announcements. Tomorrow morning is our video hop. Yay! Our standalone video hop. I will go live at 4:30 tomorrow morning, like I always do on the fourth Saturday, to announce the hop and to do my hop. The theme is Take 5. And, well, we'll explain what all that is tomorrow. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. How are you doing? And Holly Dalton. Hi, Holly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to do some art journaling tonight. I'm going to finish my doll. She needs some hair. She needs some clothes. I just kind of played some clothes around her. I'm going to crochet, not here tonight, a poncho for her. This came from Rosemary. Hi. Let's see, who else came in here? I guess I said hi to everybody that's in here. Hi to you that aren't in here yet. So, I have a Fibsville story to tell. And I don't know, maybe I should just jump into it. And those who come in, I kind of want to wait till I get more people in here, though, because I don't want to have to repeat it over and over and over. So we're going to hold the Fibsville story for just a little bit. Let's just kind of sit here and say hello to everybody. Hi, Marty. Welcome. I haven't seen you in here before. You're very welcome. Lana's here. I'm going to be working in my Asian caboodle. Lana gave me, in addition to Rosemary, lots and lots of Asian ephemera that I can fill up my caboodle with. Hi, Kathy D. Hi, Sue Hennessy. Oh my goodness, Sue, I haven't seen you in a long time. Sue is in the UK, and she sent me some pictures of her little dog. And Sue, I haven't forgotten you. I just haven't done pet portraits for a long time. I am so backed up. I am so backed up, Sue, but I have not forgotten you. I have a folder on my YouTube, my drive, my Google Drive, that I am saving some of the pictures that I haven't gotten to yet. Hi, Allie K. Welcome, welcome. Who did I miss? Sherry Van, Marty, Rhonda, Carol, Kathy D, Sue, Lana, Holly. Holly, I need to make you a mod. I goofed. You're a mod now, Holly. I goofed in when I was working in my studio, and I accidentally deleted all my mods. All of them, every one of them. Oops. So I tried to add back as many as I could remember, but I looked at Holly, and obviously I didn't get Holly, and I know she was a mod for me. Holly, are you here? There she is. Big hugs, Holly. How are you feeling tonight? Abigail. Hi, Abigail. The desk in the attic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, we got 22 people in here. what I have to talk about is I'm going to put it in story form, because when I'm dealing with something stressful, sometimes the way for me to relate it, and it affects my channel, and the way for me to relate it to you is in a story. And so we're going to tell a FIBS story tonight. So I'm going to call this another chapter in my FIBSville series. Now, if you want to know what FIBS stands for, it stands for Friends in the Box. And we have been telling stories about Friends in the Box in our little fictitious community for several months now. I think it's been 2 years or so. I don't know when I don't know the actual date. I do know the date was before COPPA. So, but the little fictional town suffered a little bit of a tragedy this week, and I don't want to. How am I going to say this? I don't want to get personal about it, but let's just say a storm blew in. Our little community is not immune from storms. In our real life, we know that the southeast around, Tennessee and Georgia, Florida, up around that way, I'm not really sure all the southern states that have been experiencing storms in real life, but I do know they have. Hi, Ruth. Welcome, Ruth. Marty is here, Ruth. Who am I missing saying hello to? I don't know. If I miss you, it's not on purpose. But our little town suffered a storm this week, and it caused a lot of damage. It caused a lot of damage. And I'll tell you, I was heartbroken. And I don't think I was the only one, but I know I was. So I can only speak to my own experience. Let's see. I need to find a needle that this thread will go through. Whoops. Will that thread go through this? It might. I'm getting out a big old needle. Let's see if I can thread this needle. And when I tell these stories, I tell them as I'm working. So if I break off and say, I need to find a needle, or can I get this threaded, expect that. It may be, the story will not be just a story. It'll be a story while I'm working. See if I can get this threaded. Come on, come on, come on. It's almost in there. I bought some needle threaders, but they're in the other room. And I can usually see to thread, but I think this thread is a little bit thick for this needle. There it went in. It's a little bit thick. I'm going to get a big old long piece out. A big old long piece, because I want to sew. I want to sew on this. And this will be her top. This is Rosemary. We named our little doll Rosemary because I got this from a kit from Rosemary. And it looks like I'm going to have to trim off part of it. I think this part is even. But this part is not. So, and that's okay. We'll just trim this part off. So, excuse me, ladies. But anyway, it was sort of a tragic storm, and the way that I'm dealing with this, and it affects my channel, and it affects our little town, our little community. And the way I'm dealing with it is to write a new chapter in our story, our little community story. So that's how I decided to deal with it. Now, I know you all are saying, would you just get on with it and tell us what happened? Well, I'd like to, but I have to explain all the background stuff. Do you ever talk to your husband and he says, would you just get to it? You just blabber. And you say, well, I have to talk about the background. I have to get there. Do you ever face that? Just be patient. My brother used to do that to me all the time. He used to go like this. Come on, come on, come on. And he probably still would. He'd probably do it tonight if I'm in here, but he's not here. And if anybody else is going, come on, come on, come on, well, you're just going to have to bear with me. That's all I can say. Now I'm just going to seam this up on these sides here and here, and I don't have to seam it way in because it's going to fit over her head, and it will draw it in like this, and I'll have two little openings here, and I'll have an opening on the neck. So getting back to our story, we did have a storm blow through, and it did a lot of damage, and needless to say, I surveyed the damage, and I was very hurt. Now, I will say, I do believe I'm not the only one who was hurt, and we'll just leave it at that. But the executive committee went out and surveyed the damage, and a lot of the buildings survived. It was, you ever have a storm blow through? I can't even describe what kind of a storm this was. It destroyed some things. It started a fire and burned down some bridges. And we are missing some people. And if you notice somebody's not here, it could be because of the storm. And that's all we're going to say about it, about that part. So the city council and me, I don't, they call me the mayor, but I don't feel like a mayor. I feel more like a chief executive officer because this is my channel. This is my channel, and I have chief say of what happens here. And we went out to survey the damage, and a lot of the buildings are still standing. The Meri Atelier building took a lot of hit on the outside. The bricks took a lot of hit on the bricks, but you know what? I'm going to pull this out because I think what I'm going to do is open this up, and I'm going to put lace around here. So let's just open it up. Well, let me mark on it. This is the inside because it's... And papers were all blowing around. It was just a giant old, you can just call it a blow-up windstorm. And excuse me if I'm not seeing new people come in here. Hi, Aunt Beck. Aunt Beck is here. Holly's here. Sherry Van is here. Oh, thank you, Becky. It's not sewn together yet, but I do too. I love this. And I think it's going to go real nice with this because of the heart on her cheek and on her lips. It just goes. Let's see. Who else am I in here? Renee. Little Red Wagon is here. Nice video today, Holly said. Becky said it's starting to ice up where she is. It's going to get nice where we are here, Becky. The Magical Touch. Sharon Lombard. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Marty. Let's see. Rhonda. I'm just kind of going up, making sure I didn't miss anybody. Sharon Lombard. Rhonda, Holly. You know what I really like about you guys? You welcome each other. Yeah, you welcome each other. So I decided I'm going to do some lace. So let's kind of make these armholes here. And let me mark it on the other side. Well, I can measure and just kind of do a quick mark over here. It doesn't have to be exact. And let me do it this way. Here, which would be here, and here. So I'm going to sew some lace. So I'm going to sew. And the way I'm going to do that is open this up again. We're going to make her top, at least tonight, while I'm telling my story. And this is the way, storytelling for me is a way to relate things, hopefully in a way that kind of indirectly tells what's going on, but doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? And the way that I can do it, because it does affect our little community. and I'm talking about my little stories, the FIBS community out there. It does affect it. And so I want, and you're going to see why as I go along. So it's just the way that I deal with it. I like to tell stories. They're fictional. This is a fictional story. And so far, all we know of all Meri's ramblings is a storm blew through this week and caused major damage. We're out surveying the damage. We know some of the buildings. The buildings are mostly okay. Some of the bricks and things on the Meri Atelier building, which was an old department store, got damaged. And it blew papers all around. It blew trees all around. It just, you know what a storm does. Caused some roof damage. We had Frederick, who was our lead pencil criminal from one of our first stories. I think it was my very first story. And he's out there cleaning up all the debris, trying to find, there's papers all around. We're just, we're just having to do a general cleanup. And that's just kind of sums it all up, a cleanup. And we do have some missing people. We're sorry about that. They've gone missing. And if you notice that, well, just consider the storm of 2022 blew them away. What can I say? But I was surveying the damage, and it was me as the chief executive officer of my channel, and some of the other folks I get advice from, not online, but I do seek advice from other people. We come up with the idea that we're not going to call this FIBSville anymore. So we're going to change our city name. And I've already picked out a name for it. By executive order, I'm going to rename it from, now get this, I guess I'll have to type it out for you, because it's a little bit weird, but not weird. It's just something that you would not normally attach to a town's name. But this is a YouTube channel, and this is a fictional story, so I wanted a fictitious name. I thought of just calling it Friend. There's a town about, maybe 20, 30 miles east of us that's called Friend. And I thought, Friend would fit because we're friends, hopefully. Let me get back to my chat. But I just could not, it just was too bland to me for a city name. I needed something more, I don't want to say clever, but unique. Let's put it that way. So this is what I came up with. We are going to call our little FIBSville community is no longer going to be called FIBSville. It's going to be called Fibdiggity. Fibdiggity. Now, I thought about calling it Fibdigs, but I did research the name. Hi, Lucia. Oh, Lucia, it's so good to see you. I did research the name Fibdigs because I thought that was really creative. But Fibdigs is actually, there is a Fibdig out there. I don't know, some site, something. I saw it on the internet, so I didn't want Fibdigs. I chose Fibdiggity. And I got a little, Lucia, it's so good to see you. Hi, Nina. You love that? Well, I got a little chant to go with it, a little poem or little song. It goes, Fibdiggity, 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 foo, Fibdiggity, 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 we welcome you. Fibdiggity, 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 come on in. Fibdiggity, 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 this is a place to find a friend. Fibdiggity, 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 we have stories for you to hear. Fibdiggity, 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 about a place we hold so dear. And I was going to do a couple more verses, but I wasn't sure that I should go on. So, and I was singing it. I wasn't saying it. I was going, fib diggity, fib diggity, foo. And I won't go on with that either because I don't sing very well. So, from now on, we're FIBSville is going to be, we have a new building in town. As a result of all this, we got together and said, we need a new building. We need a historical society. And a part of that historical society is going to be the town of FIBSville. But you know, FIBSville, the word ville implies a small community. And we're growing. We're up to 8,000. Woohoo! I'm waiting for that number to become stable. So, you know, I wanted something that could grow with us. So I chose Fib Diggity. Fib Diggity dog, Holly says. Lucia, because of you, I'm going to start a new garden, Becky says. Yeah, I saw that, Lucia, where your grandson helped you do how many raised garden beds? Yeah. So our historical society is going to house all of our Farmville stories and I you know, anything related to the town of FIBSville will become, we're turning over a new chapter. And I'm not personally no longer going to be associated with the FIBSville Facebook group. My channel and my name, when Violet started that, she came to me and asked if she could use my name and my channel and base her group off of it. And at the time, I said, okay. So, but as a result of this storm, and that's all you need to know, it was a storm. As a result of it, I don't know what Violet is doing with it. That's none of my business. I don't care. I mean, I don't mean that bad. I'm just saying it's no longer my well, not even wasn't my responsibility, but it's no longer associated with me. So whatever she does, if you have questions about the FIBSville Facebook group, you need to direct them to Violet. So, yeah. So this is a storm that blew through. I'm dealing, you know, I'm having to say I'm having to deal with this personally. It affected me very deeply. It was a storm. It was a storm in my life. And I have to tell you, I have not cried for years. I've not cried for years. But this storm caused a lot of damage. And I literally broke down yesterday. And some of you know that. It was, you know, it was very dear to me. And to see it destroyed for whatever reason hurt me a lot. But whenever something like that happens, the thing to do is to survey the damage, look at what you can do, and move on. Just move on. And that's what I want to do. And I'm attempting to do that tonight with this story. So when you hear the town of Fibdiggity, know that it's the fictional town here in FIBSville. So that's all I had for the story. I hope that I presented it in a way that was acceptable. If it's not acceptable to you, I apologize because I don't mean ill toward anyone. And I never did. I never did mean any ill toward anyone. Now let's get to the next thing I need to, the story's ended. I need to talk about something else while we're here. When I first started going live, I said several times, and I did not write it out in a written format, and I need to do it. But I know, and you can ask Azure Muse this, because Azure, I think, is one person who can back me up to say that I said this many, many months ago. And I haven't said it in every stream because it gets tiresome to hear. And again, what I'm going to say is not directed toward any one person. It's directed to all persons. I personally do not go, or try not to go, at least on a consistent basis, online when somebody else in this general community, somebody that I have a lot of contact with and I know is online. I cannot say if I've done it, it has not been week after week after week after week. I don't do that. However, I do know that our times here on the internet are going to cross over. I personally do not try to go into anybody's stream. And if anybody's streaming at the same time that I do, I personally can't prevent that. It's you are all adults. You know who you want to watch. That's been my attitude from the first. However, I do not appreciate anyone, and I think Azure was the first one who did this. Now, I don't know, and if I'm using her name, it's not meant bad. I'm using it as maybe she can back me up on this. I do not really appreciate it when somebody comes in and announces in my stream that another stream is going on, because what it does is it signals to my guests, and you are my guests, and when that happens, I see people dropping out, and that hurts me. And it's just something that I personally have as a personal rule, and I need to put this in written form. I'm still trying to get my words together so it sounds right. So I just want to kind of announce it here. And I also want to say this is not directed toward any one person in any one incident, except for I think Azure was the first person that it happened to, and I hope I'm not offending her. But it happened several months ago, and I'm thinking she could probably back me up on it, because she just came in innocently, like any one of you could come in innocently. And unless I make it very plain and very clear that I don't appreciate it, how are you going to know? So I'm trying to do that tonight. That's just kind of one of the announcements, and I'm working with the correct wording to put it in my description box and out on my community tab. I put it on my community tab, it's going to float away. But and I don't want to keep saying this all the time. And I know there are a lot of people who agree with me on this. I don't care if you go online. Keisha's Creations is online right now with her marketplace. I know Crafting Mamas used to go online. That isn't what gets me. If you're streaming at the same time I do, go for it. But just don't come in my stream or, and invite my guests away. I think you guys are tired of hearing about that, huh? So let me repeat that tomorrow is the video hop. It's a video hop. It's not an online hop. I will be on at 4:30 tomorrow morning to announce the hop. I like to do, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. I like to go online even in the video hops to announce it. Did I freeze? Oh, there I go. Oh, I'm still on a white dot here. There I am. I like to go online to announce it because it's just easier for me to do that. But all the other videos in the hop will be videos, and then you'll just hop through the links. The theme is Take 5. So let's see. I'm on top chat. Let's me get down to live chat. Mary, did you demote me from being... Oh, no, Lucia, let me put you as a mod again. Lucia, what happened? You're a mod now. What happened, Lucia, was I was working on my channel trying to clean up some things, and I accidentally deleted every one of my moderators. If somebody in here was a moderator and they're not now, let me know. Because I just tried to add from memory, and I kind of looked back at the most recent chats to see who was modding for me. I had to add Holly too, I think, Lucia. And I haven't seen you in such a long time. So, you should be a moderator now. There you are. Thank you, Lucia. Yeah, I have to tell you, the last couple of days have been very emotional for me. So, and when I get emotional, I should just go crawl in a hole and stay there for the rest of the week when I get really emotional, because I'm not thinking, I should not be touching a keyboard. Oh, that's all I can say there. Cute blue dress. So I hope my little story has clarified some things. You're going to be seeing some changes on my channel. It's not going to happen all at once. I am busy now. I think I've covered all the videos since the beginning of the year in January, and I'm starting to work on 2020. When I go into the description box, and you'll see a link, if you go into some of my older videos in the last couple years, you may see a link to FIBSville Facebook group. I don't even know if it's still out there, to tell you the truth, but I'm in the process of deleting those links. So it's all going to take me some time. A lot of it is background work. Thank you, Lucia. Her big dog loves it. I know I've been absent. That is why it was. It's okay if you did. Oh, I deleted everybody, Lucia. I was panicking. I'm going, oh no, how am I going to get them all back? So I got most of you back. I think there might be a couple that I haven't seen for a while, like Lucia. But if you're a mod and you wonder why you're no longer a mod, just let me know and we'll take care of it. Her big dog loves it. I don't know whose big dog loves what. Oh, the blue dress? Is that what you're talking about? So I want to move on tonight. I don't want to dwell on this too much. I hope it didn't offend anybody. It's not meant to be offensive, but kind of let you know some of the change that's going on and why. But I will say, if you ever go through a storm, whether it's an emotional storm or, you know, a tornado or something, we're very susceptible to tornadoes in our part of the country. I think I got this too. I want it up closer. You know, you got to get out there, survey the damage, see what can be done. And, you know, sometimes things happen and you're at a loss at first. Like, let's just say you lost a job. I've lost jobs for whatever reason. Maybe the economy is bad. And, oh my goodness, where was it? I was reading about a mining town. I don't know. It was out west someplace, I think. It was in the paper. And this entire family relied on a coal mine for their jobs in this smaller town. And the coal mine's shutting down. So this entire family, who's worked there for years and years, are having to, you know, every one of them's they're going to lose their source of income. I mean, can you imagine? Mines scare me. Those miners who go down in the depths of the earth to dig out coal. I mean, to me, that's bravery. I do not like caves. I don't like being closed in. I don't even like tunnels, you know? And, you know, those guys, there's such a danger associated with that. And they're having to find another source of income for their family. And it's not, you know, if it was just them, but it's an entire community. So when something like that happens, you have to grieve. You have to grieve. And then whatever your amount of time of grieving is, you have to get up and move on and see where to next. And I will say, I've gone through this. Okay, Alec. I don't want to know the name. That's good to know. I'm going to change the link. I'm sure the link is not good. But the thing of it is, I'm moving on. I've got a lot of ideas where my channel can go. Now, I did start an email group, and it's an announcement group only. It's on Facebook. It's not email. It's an email messenger group that I'm eventually going to move to Facebook itself. And I won't say I approached it the right way, but I will say that what I did is I added people to that group who I thought would help me grow the group. I went through my friends list. I didn't ask if they wanted to be invited, and that was really my mistake. But I will say, of the people that I invited, there are a good majority of people still left. And, you know, I appreciate them being there. But what this is an announcement group only. This is not a chat group. This is not to come out and show your latest, your latest picture, or ask questions, or talk art, or talk, with your friends, anything like that. There are other groups for that. The only thing this group is for is to announce live streams and hops. That's all it is for now. When we move to Facebook, I might say, okay, let's add links for videos. But we'll have a separate place for that so it won't get all tangled up. Right now, it's just a place for people to say, hey, this stream is happening. And, come, and I got a knot in here. Come, if you're interested, and I'm going to play with that list that they're dropping there. And we are having people drop links. And those links right now, after they stream the message, of course, it's just the link to the video. But I'm going to do something with those links after they stream. And I've mentioned that in the group. But I want to do a shout out to people that are streaming. I guess I'm going to have to, I'm almost to the end of this anyway. Let's tie this off. Because I'm trying to chat and sew at the same time. And you're all welcome to join the group if you want. Let me know. I'm not going to blindly invite anybody anymore. You have to understand that I'm new to all of this. I didn't realize that, well, I wouldn't say I got in trouble, but there are several people who they have other things to do. And that's okay. And it doesn't bother me if they leave. I understand. But I think it's going to eventually grow into a good place because, I've seen groups who, if you drop links to videos and I know our Community Arts Association, Community Arts CAC group, which is YouTube artists, at one time, they weren't allowing any links to be dropped in their group. And I've seen groups that won't allow links to be dropped. They want it to be chat only and art chat only. So this is just a place to share. And that's all I want it to be. Share if there's a live stream going on that you want to share with others. Now, you can always share, like, comment, share, subscribe on YouTube. I encourage you to do that. But I saw a need for that, and I started it. And I'm going to do some things with that. I'm going to grow that, but it's not going to happen all at once. So that's another thing that you're going to see happen here on my channel. My channel is still called the Meri Atelier. And yeah. Oh, thank you, Holly. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate you guys. And here's the thing. A lot of channels are requiring people who come into chat to be subscribers. I have decided against that. Now, let me explain that. The reason they do it is it cuts down on the bots that come in. And bots have been hitting many channels. I get hit hard with them. And I noticed Keisha was getting hit hard tonight. But the thing of it is that I looked at my analytics, and I looked at more than one video. I looked at several of my live stream videos. And 9 to 10% of my views come from non-subscribers. I do not want to take that away from them. I want to encourage non-subscribers to come in. Now, whether a bot counts as a I'm getting into trouble again here. Whether a bot counts as a view or not, I don't know. But I really do think if we get rid of the bots, by the time YouTube processes the video, by the time YouTube processes it, they should be gone, and YouTube aren't counting them anyway. Rhonda and Arlene, especially, and I noticed Carol did tonight, have been very proactive in whacking the bots for us. And I'm noticing some things about the words that they leave. And we are working on some ways to get rid of them, at least cut down on them. And it isn't, it isn't going to happen all at once. I think eventually YouTube will do that. I think it's going to become such a problem that, that YouTube, and I could go to subscriber only chat. But here's the thing. If those bots are smart enough to come in here and do what they're doing, they're going to be smart enough to figure out how to come in to channels that have subscriber only. They're either going to subscribe and then unsubscribe, leave their junk, and then unsubscribe. They're going to figure out a way to do it. And I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just, I'm just not going to deal with it. So, I want to thank my mods. I especially want to thank Rhonda and Arlene for they keep track of the bots for me, and they let me know the information about the bots that they have deleted, and that has been so helpful to me. I just cannot say enough thanks to my mods for helping out. It means a lot. I noticed Carol whacked one just a little bit ago. So what else do I need to talk about? I think that's about it. Oh, this is going to be cute when it's done. This is going to be cute. I'm loving it. I could see, if I turn it this way, I'm going to have it like this. I could put another, their costumes are very layered. They layer a lot. I could almost do before I seam it up. It'll be a lot easier to do before I seam it up. Let's cut the hole in this and put lace around the collar. And let's put another layer here out to here to let it be another layer of ruffle. Let's cut this. There we go. You blue dress ladies look so mod. Don't they, Marty? Don't they look mod? Hi, Mina. Did I say hello to you? Lucia says she's going into lurk mode. She's eating dinner with her hubby. Okay, Lucia, enjoy your dinner. Lucia is a couple hours ahead of me. So, let's see. I think I'm going to fold this in half again so that I know where the center is. And I'm just going to make a round. And I'm going to eyeball it. Maybe I should pin it here to hold it still. And I'm just going to kind of make a slit. I don't need a big slit, but she has a pretty big head. She got a big head. Enjoy your dinner, Lucia. Arlene says, hello, Becky. Sherry Van says, enjoy your dinner. So for the rest of tonight, I'm just going to work on my art. Don't forget, we've got our little gnome community out there too. When that storm hit, they ran for shelter. The little cricket alarm, if you guys have followed our cricket story, he started sounding his cricket alarm. And so the FIBS heard that, the gnomes heard that, and they started running for cover. It was an alarm. Okay, I'm going to put some lace around here. And what I want it to do is to poke out. Can I get her head in here? Let's see. Maybe I need to do this a little bit more. Here, Penelope, you can hold on to that. Let's see if I can get this on her. This is how Rosemary did it. Oh yeah, it'll fit, almost. Kind of have to just help. And I'm going to have to put it on her before I put her hair on. And see, it'll be stitched up here and here. And this will come out on the other side here. And I do think, yeah, I think I'll put some lace. It can still take a layer of lace around here. And then I'm going to have another layer come out this way. I'm liking, you know, I might bring this down just a little on her. Leave it high in the back, and let's just do it while she's wearing it. Let's start here. And bring it around. Like that. Do I need to bring it lower? No, I think I better leave it there because this is where her neck ends. And I'll have lace around here. Okay, we're going to take this off again. This is a doll pattern, a doll kit that came from Lucia. This fabric came from Lucia, and this fabric came from Lucia, and this is her hair, and I think some other things came in there too. I'll have to look. I opened the kit and caboodle. Hi Cheryl, welcome Cheryl, glad to see you. Don't forget our video hop tomorrow. The videos will go live at 5:30 tomorrow morning, so I don't expect you to get up at 5:30. Let's see if I fold this here, which was the front. I think this was the front because it's lower. I'm going to mark it here. I'm going to mark this as the back under here. B. Okay. So I want to cut a little lace and put around here. That might be a little, what do I have here? What do I have here? What did I do? Oh, what did I do? I've got a double. I got more than let's cut this. I didn't know this was so long. Let's cut this right here. We'll leave that little piece on there. I've got more than I need. Woohoo! Look, I got more. I got all this I didn't know I had. Ooh, we can do something with that. Glad I found it. Let's cut this right here. Oh, you guys, I was at Keisha's auction earlier tonight. How fun that was. Keisha, it's not an auction, it's a sale. Had a lot of fun there. All right. She could have a hat. She could. She's gonna have her hair up here. Marty, you haven't seen this. Her hair is, this is what Rosemary sent for hair. Now on Rosemary, well, Rosemary's I think done it different ways, but Rosemary twisted a ribbon kind of through here and braided it Let's just do it like that. And had braids. And Rosemary also suggested that you could bunch it up. And I'm just going to bunch it here. Let's move this. Let's get that out of the way. Hold it. It's getting twisted in here. You could sort of bunch it up and put it on top of her head, like so. Make it real pretty. And then these flowers are going to go up here. Yes. And I might make a couple more flowers. That's what I'm going to do with mine. I'm going to bunch it up. So I don't know if there'll be room for a hat. But you know, there will be room. I could make, gosh, I could make a couple ankle bracelets. But there'll also be room for on here to make a little purse. A little purse, a little bag. I think that's what I'll do with it, is make a little bag to go with her. You know, a little market type bag. Yeah, that'll work. But, and this, you know, don't take this hair looking like it is right now. It'll somehow go up here to look like a pretty hairdo up at the top somehow. I haven't worked with that yet. I'm working on her blouse tonight. Woohoo! Look, I dipped her hands and her feet into gold paint. She's got gold fingers and gold toes. And Mina was watching me do this the other day. It's got a little gold here because I crossed her feet. Let's put it this way. Mina says, I love how she crosses her feet like a lady. Like a lady. Make a bow with the extra. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. I have enough to make a bag and a bow, I think. Both of them are very good ideas. We'll see what comes up. All right, we're going to put her aside, and I'm going to work on the collar, or the neckline, I should say. And I don't know what I have here. I cut that off. Am I afraid if I pull on this? Somehow I got it twisted up there. I'm going to snip it, and we'll see if it falls off. When I stitch that other piece on, I'll catch this. I don't think it will pull out. Will it? Oh, it might. This might pull out. Let me secure that before it falls all the way out. If you want to know who the seamstress in here, it's Becky, Aunt Beck. She would say, oh my God, Meri, what are you doing now? Becky is our true, you know, if you have a sewing question, I would encourage you to ask Becky at Aunt Beck's Creations. She is a sewing genius. I think she sewed all of her life. I can sew, I can do the basics, I can make a seam, I can make a dart. I can do the basics if I want, but I'm not a genius at it. And I do stuff like this. I think I snipped that thread, and I shouldn't have, but I didn't want it dangly like that. So we're just going to tie it in here. Mina says, I think that doll has been to see the Queen. Apparently there's a royal protocol on how ladies sit. And you don't want to, I might have to hide under her chair. Let's put it that way. I don't seem to follow protocol. But that's perfectly okay with me. There we go. All righty then. So I marked the back here. This is the back and this is the front. So let's put some, I untied that lace. I got all this lace tying a bundle of fabric together, but it's what I'm using. So let's just pull some more out. Holly says, when she was playing with the doll's hair, the doll reminded me of Tony Curtis in the movie Some Like It Hot when he dressed like a woman. No, 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 Holly. Oh, dear me. All right, this is the back, and I'm going to kind of make a little, it's going to kind of, well, you know, this is going to have to come out the front here. So it's going to have to go this way and this way and this way and come around. I just want to get a snippet here of maybe to there. Maybe we'll give it a little extra in case I need it. All right, this should fit around her neck, hopefully. And this is getting shorter and shorter. I'll have to find another long piece of lace to tie this together with. Let's put it like this. This is just a bundle of fabric here that I use while I'm working on stuff. There we go. Ooh, there's a piece of lace sticking out here. How much is there? Oh, it's a whole big piece. We'll have to go in and check that out later, maybe. Or that could be, only I wanted a different color. I wanted a different color. If this were, I could color it. Oh, we'll think about it later. I might have something else. Mary. Hi, Katina. Welcome. You're a lurker. I appreciate you, too. Marty says, you're lucky, Becky. Wow, the snowflakes are huge. Becky's getting snow. Does she have shoes? Well, right now she's got gold feet, gold toes. Now, if I put shoes on her, I might bring the gold up further and have her have gold socks. Right now, I guess you could call these gold slippers. You could call these gold slippers. So, yeah, she's got shoes. They're gold. She's got shoes and gloves. They're gold. And you know, that paint really dried kind of stiff, which is nice. Kind of feels like leather. Kind of feels like leather. All right, now let's figure out what, because I want the lace to come out the front, so I think I'm going to have to sew it so that the lace sticks through. So sew it here. I might leave some in case I need to tuck it in. Sew it here, bring it around, bring it around, bring it around. Yeah, I'll have plenty. So that's my plan. Maybe I should sew it on the front side though. Let's see, this is the back. If I sew this lace on the front, the red will show, but it will, let me turn my lace around. It will come down this way on her dress. I think I like that better. And my red stitches will show, but that's okay. That's all right. Is Kristen in here? Hi, Kristen. Crafting with Miss Kristen. Welcome, welcome. Who else have I missed? I said hello to Kristen and Cheryl and Katrina. Becky's got big snowflakes. She has shoes. What did Holly? Oh, Holly was talking about Tony Curtis. Why did I think Dean Martin when I read Tony Curtis? Did I say Dean Martin or did I say Tony Curtis before? I don't know why I saw Tony Curtis in printing, but in my head, I saw Dean Martin holding a cigarette in his mouth. Do I have enough? I think I do. So I'm going to let this come into the back. So if we have to fold it over, it's going to fold over in the back. So I'm going to start over here. And I'm going to start in the underneath and make a knot. Right. Turn over. Don't ask me if I know what I'm doing, because like I said, the expert is Becky. I'm just playing. Good night, Carol. Have a good evening. Mina says, I think she's been to London, been to see the Queen. Mina laughs. Holly says, good night to Carol. Let's see, I'm way ahead of you guys. I mean, behind you guys. Katrina says, I loved Dean Martin. Both actors were very good. Well, you know, they both had that dark hair. And that's probably why my head went to Dean Martin. Because he had dark hair and this doll's hair is going to be dark. But Tony Curtis had dark hair too. So there, Mary. Now, let's see if I can do this without knotting it up. So I just want to do stitches, little running stitches right here at the top. And maybe if I'm careful, oh, I don't know if I can do that or not. My needle's gonna complain about it. Oh, maybe not. I'm thinking I can get several stitches on one. And this is going to be the front. I'm on the front. I mean on the front side. I'm stitching on the back right now, but the lace is going to be on the outside. Let's put it that way. And the running stitches will show right up at the top. They were both dreamy, Marty says. Let me have a sip of pop. Kristen says they have sleep where she is. Sherry Van says she's going to lurk for a few minutes. That's quite all right. Ooh, I was hoping that I could get that through. Now, I have to be careful because I don't want to stitch the front to the back. And I could do that. I haven't done it yet, but it's very possible for me to do something like that. I'm just going to go around the shoulder here. That's where I am right now. And hopefully I can do this without having to snip that lace. I'm hoping that it'll kind of stretch or wiggle its way. You guys want to see a little bit better what I'm doing? Should I zoom in just a little? I don't know if you're going to be able to see much anyway, but whew, I'm warm. I'm wearing a sweater in this room and it is so hot in here because I am right over the furnace. So instead of Fibsville, we've got Figgity. Fibbity, F-I-B-I, let me spell it. It's F-I-B-D-I-G-G-I-T-Y. F-I-B-G-I-D-G-I-T-Y. And you, the residents of, not you, because only you if you want to be, Figdiggity, the residents of Figdiggity are going to be Figdiggers. Fibdiggers or Fibdiggerettes. It's not cigarettes. I'm not going to say Fibdiggerettes. It sounds too much like cigarettes. So I wanted a unique name. I wanted something that, you know, and I was very shocked to see that FIBDIG was taken. Also, I was thinking about the word hobnob. I thought hobnob would be fun too, but you know, hobnob is used in a lot of places out on the internet. And I found that very interesting. I thought, oh, nobody's going to use hobnob. Wrong. And, you know, that's something, when you do something like this, when you're setting up a channel or picking a name, or let's say even thinking of an association with somebody, do your research. Do your research. Hobnob's taken. I don't think fib. See, I wanted to keep the word fib, friends in the box, so we can still have the Daily Fibber. We can still have the Daily Fibber newspaper. Let me get out to chat again because I'm looking at my notes. Well, let me tell you, I researched hobnob. And hobnob, the reason I was thinking of that was because it means mixed socially, especially with those of a higher social status. And I'm going, there's nobody with a high social status in Fibsville. Well, there might be, and they aren't telling me. Or to associate, I'm talking about hobnob here, associate, mix, fraternize, socialize, keep company, spend time, mingle, consort, rub shoulders, rub elbows, hang around, run around, knock around, pal up, pal around, chum around, or be thick with. And I even found a recipe online for hobnob cookies. And I thought, oh, that'll be perfect. We can have hobnob cookies. Now we're going to have FIBDIGGITY cookies. I don't think there are any recipes for FIBDIGGITY cookies. And then I thought, well, I kind of like the word mingle. Now there's a magazine, an art magazine, I think, or it's put out by the same group, isn't it? The word mingle. Mingle, isn't it a Somerset magazine? Mingle. I don't know if it's still out there. It used to be. I never bought it because it never really. So I couldn't fit mingle in with our Daily Fibber. I wanted to keep the fibs. And I like the word dig, your digs. Your digs can be a place of where you hang out, your digs, your home. And so I kind of like the association of digs with being a place on the internet. And then we could have FIBDIGGITY, and still keep the Daily Fibber. That was my reasoning. Let's see, what else did I was thinking, like, I went through several different variations. I'm just kind of telling you what my thinking was coming up with the name. I thought it could be Fibs Home, or Fibs Land, or Fibs Pad, or Fibs Hobnob, or Fibs Digs. And then I go, Fibs Digs. But then I researched Fibs Digs, and I think there's something out there already with Fibs Dig. So I kind of changed it to FIBDIGGITY. And that was my research on it. And then I wrote that little doodle, that little verse. And I was singing it in my head. I won't sing it again for you. Let me go back out to chat here. I hope that they let Scott leave earlier too. I hope they do too, Becky. Even the big snowflakes, the roads can get slick pretty fast. He'll get home safe, Becky. He'll get home safe. You know what this reminds me of? I was showing in one of my streams that National Geographic magazine that had all the collars that Ruth Bader Ginsburg wore. This reminds me of one of her collars. Yeah, I'm just about done with this. I'm just going to let it run over here in the back. I hope I got the back. If it's the front, I'll have to put a cameo or something on it. A cameo would be fun anyway. Ooh. Is it turning? We're almost done here. Marty says, I keep humming to Chim Chimney. Yeah, Chim Chimney, Chim Chimney, Chim Chim Chiroo. I better not sing it too much further or I'll get in trouble. But fib diggity, fib diggity, fib diggity, fib diggity. I have to pronounce that word myself. It's like atelier. It's a little hard to pronounce. Fib diggity, fib diggity, fib diggity do. How does the rest of it go? Fib diggity, we welcome you. That's a good tune for it. I don't know if I'd get in trouble if I hum that to that tune. I probably would if I did that on a consistent basis, because I bet it's copyrighted by Disneyland. Not Fib Diggity, but the tune. The Chim Chimney. Isn't that a, not Disneyland, isn't that a Walt Disney movie? Isn't that a Walt Disney movie, Chim Chimney? That whatever it was. Hi, Katrina. Thank you so much. Thank you. Scott's home. Yay, Becky. They let him go early. That's so good to know. He won't have to fight that snow. Mary Poppins. Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Katrina. I didn't know. I knew it was a Walt Disney one, or a Disney one, or a. All right, I think I got that knotted enough. I'm going to let it hang because that'll be the back, so I'll tuck that in. We'll have to put a clothing tag on this. Said, handmade by Meri Abrams. Now, it may have a little stretchy stretch there, but I think it'll be fine. Now I got to turn this inside out again and stitch up the sides, and then we'll put it on her. It's so good to see all of you in here. Hi, Angie. Angie, I have to tell you, they were in love with your bowls and your placemats tonight. And I got one of Angie's book covers. Oh, I love it. It was red. Oh, the inside. I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to get it, Angie. You did an excellent job on those. Mary Poppins. Becky can breathe easier now. Scott's home. I'll probably have to have just a little bit more red thread here to sew up the other side. But we'll sew up the sides here and then we'll dress our doll. This doll kit came from Rosemary Morris. And I'm sure she probably has a couple more, or I'm not sure, but you might try Rosemary Morris's Etsy shop. I don't have the link to it, but just Google Rosemary Morris, the Rusty Peacock, and you will find her channel. And from there, in one of those description boxes, you will probably find her Etsy shop. I will enjoy it, Angie. I will enjoy it. Because I know it came from you. It's really a pretty one. She did several really nice book covers. And your bowls, your little bowls that you made, BOWLS, She made some little ones and some larger ones, and they were getting snapped up, snatched up. Mina says, I got a packet of Angie's doilies. Yeah, she was selling some doilies. Did I get anything else from Angie? I thought I did, but maybe I did. I can't remember, Angie. I was having so much fun in there. If Keisha's still going after I stream, I might go back in, but I don't know. I was spending my YouTube money. All righty. Becky said, Scott said he was going to get fast food on the way home, but everything's closed. Oh, is it that bad, Becky? Oh, my goodness. Keisha's still on? Okay. Now, don't everybody go away. Angie, you weren't in here when I said that, but I'm kind of cracking down on people who come in and now Keisha, I mentioned Keisha, so Angie's okay. But I'm cracking down. I don't mean cracking down. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. People who come in and announce that another stream is going when I'm streaming, because I feel like it takes my guests away. But that's all we're going to say. That's all we're going to say. I've been through it, but Angie wasn't here, so I wanted to tell her. I'm working on the right verbiage to put it out there to the internet. And I had the right verbiage for the group, I think, but I was talking to a group, not to the world. And I'm thinking what I want to say when I talk to the world. Talk to the world. That's okay, Angie. You didn't know. And I mentioned Keisha before, so don't worry. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. I mentioned Keisha before you even got here. I said I was out there. And here's the thing. I don't mind so much people streaming at the same time I do as people coming in and luring my guests away. I don't want to lose one of you. And I've kind of felt like that for several years now. But I never really, I announced it in my streams, but I never really made it a written rule. And I think that needs to change. And I'm working on the right way to put it out there. You know, and I truthfully think there are several people that agree with me on that. You know, think about your own groups on Facebook. You wouldn't appreciate it if somebody came into your Facebook group and invited all your people to another group if you didn't allow it. You know, there are several Facebook groups that don't allow that type of thing. You know, it's like, get your own group, get your own channel. You know, or I say channel, I mean group. Move on, Mary, move on, fib diggity, fib diggity. Got to think of another tune rather than Chim Chimney. Gonna have to make up a tune. You know, Keisha has, when she signs off, somebody singing a tune for her, and they're doing a really good job of it, a market tune, like we're glad to have you at the market, Keisha's marketplace or what. I don't know if that's her son or a husband or a friend or what, but I think that's very creative. You're going to have to stay up late to hear it. Oh, Rhonda says, think about it this way. If you want to know when somebody is streaming, then sub to them and put your notifications on. What a great idea, Rhonda. YouTube does not always get notifications out there on time. Sometimes you don't get them when they post them. And that is one reason why I started that group. just as a place to say, hey, one of my favorite channels is streaming. Just letting you know. And that group is only an announcement group. It's not a chat group. And I have no intention of it becoming a chat group. It's just a place to drop a link to a stream or a hop. And if I get it to Facebook, I'm going to add videos, but I'm going to put it, what did I do? I'm going to put it in, I'm going to keep them separate. So that, you know, the feed won't get all tied up with video links. And a lot of groups will not allow you to drop video links. Some groups hate them. You know, no dropping links in my group. It's not allowed here. I used to get in trouble with that with one of the groups I was in, and I finally left the group because I'm going, oh no. All right. I was going to add another layer. Should I turn this back out? I think it'll be pretty hard to get her arm through if I add another layer. Maybe I'll leave it just like this. I'd like to have another layer though. I'd like to have another layer of color in there. Maybe I can. See, I don't like the white against the white of her arm. I would like a blue, or I'm going to add another layer. Thank you, Marty. Mary, some may not see it that way, and that is okay. We share everyone's channels in all the streams. It's okay to share the channels. And it's really, you know, my attitude with going live at the same time I do is I know for a fact that we're going to cross over. I try not to personally go live at the same time you do or somebody else does, just my own personal rule. But coming in, where I get into what my thinking is don't go into somebody else's stream and invite them. And I'm talking about their stream. Don't go into their stream and say, hey, come over here. You're bored with Meri. You won't be bored over here. I have a problem with that. Okay, go move on. We're tired of hearing it. I understand. I want a color under this. I want another layer just on the sleeves. Let's see what I have here. I know I got that white. I tied it up. Let's untie it. Keisha's brother wrote that song and sings it. Wow, he's got a good voice. He's got a good voice. I like to stay late sometimes just to hear her closing song. All right. So I have this big long lace, but it's the wrong color. Wrong color. I could do fabric, but I'd rather have a lace because it's bendable. I've got this, but that's too thin. That's white, white, more white. Does not look like I'm gonna find anything in here. So, oh, but I have more. This is just a little bundle. I keep this on the cart next to me so that if I need fabric or anything, I can come to it. Let's just kind of tie this here. Hold on. Marty says they don't get 5 months every single year of practice driving in the snow. Yeah, Marty, that's for sure. Marty must be from Michigan. Marty must be from Michigan. Let me go over and get my other bundle of lace. We'll put that right out there so you can see it. Hold it a minute. I got more lace. I cleaned off my cart over here almost enough. I want to get my laptop going, which means I need to check my computer time here. Let's see. My computer, my phone is at 91%. If it gets below 50, I'm going to have to plug it into another outlet. Let me go over here and see if I can find some colored lace in a box of a bundle of lace that I have over here. What do I have? I've got a tie. I have stamps. I have a bucket of lace. Ooh, I have some black lace. Let's look at this. Lace. Ooh. Ooh, I think I got enough for both. I think that's going to be it. I don't think we have to hunt any further. I think I have enough for both arms. I'm just going to do it on the arms. Hot diggity. Bib diggity. See, that will come through. If I stitch it there, it'll just peek out, and that's kind of what I want. So let's snip it. Let's snip it here. And can I get enough? I think I have enough on this to do at least one armhole. And since I've already stitched it up the sides, I'm going to have to be careful how I stitch this. And I may not know exactly what I'm doing, but we'll find our way through it. And I'm just doing kind of like a little running stitch. What did Becky say? What did Becky say? Well, that dress fits me. This is just the top. This is just the top to it, Angie. I lost what Becky said. Angie was laughing at her. Angie, it will make you a nice fingerless glove. Hi. Hi. Oh, you want to crochet fingerless gloves? Again, go to Becky's channel and Lisa, My Eclectic Life. They both made fingerless gloves, what, about a year or so ago? Maybe a couple years ago. I did them, but I ripped them out because I didn't like it. I didn't like what I did. I liked what they did. But I ripped mine out so I could finish my scarf. My scarf is done, but I didn't have enough yarn now to do more fingerless gloves. I made a black scarf. Ouch. I'm still crocheting on my shawl. I kind of stalled on it at Christmas. Hi, Joyce Boring. Welcome, welcome, Joyce. It's so good to see you. So good to see you, Joyce. Every time he comes in here, it's like a treat. It's like a treat. Of course, it's a treat. It's a treat because we hadn't seen her for a long time, and now she's showing up again. And Lucia, she was my other treat tonight. Lucia's busy with her family and her grandkids. But when she gets a moment to come in, it's always a treat. I'm not going to have quite enough. But I think I'll have enough to get to almost to the end. I might have to bring this over. Uh-oh, I think I cut it just a teeny too short. Meri, you should have sewed it and then cut it. And I'm just doing kind of running basting stitches. This is not meant to be beautiful stitching. Someday. But I'm doing this online, and it's kind of hard to see. What did Marty say? Rhonda, it's okay. I live near CMU. Right in the middle of the mitten. The Michigan mitten. You know, I used to live in Wisconsin, and I always wanted to take the ferry across. I never got it done. Never got it done. Someday. All right, let's see if I can't at least bring this around. And it'll be a little tight maybe, but at least it'll cover it up. Hold it. I need to bring it up a little. This is just put on with running stitches. And I wouldn't even say they're that close together. But it's okay for my doll. And this lace will probably come apart. I don't know if that's the back or the front. Am I stitching this on the... Yeah, I'm stitching it on the back. Yeah, I think... No, I think it's going to come together on the back here. Yeah, on the front. But that's okay. It's all right. Let's tie a knot. Joyce, is it snowing where you are? And by the way, you guys, I'm only going to be on till 10. So that means about an hour. I've been trying to limit my time because I was staying on at all hours of the night. Oh, I broke a fingernail. I was staying on at all hours of the night, but it was making me tired. So when I stream at night, I only try to stay on. And I only stream at night on Sunday and Fridays. I try to only stay on till 10. Now see, it shows black here, but this is the back. This is the inside. When I turn it over, it'll be black and white. And that black will contrast against the white of her arms. Perfect. Let's do this and see if I can't cut enough to do it. And so here, around, and I'm going to leave plenty. This should be plenty. And I'll have enough maybe for a pocket or something. I don't know, a pocket, a neck, a scarf, a neck, a tie on the scarf or something. We'll see. Could make a black rose for her hair. Put a little black and red. We'll see. I'm going to give myself some more thread. Is that enough? I don't think that's quite enough. I'm going to give myself more because I don't like running short. Fib diggity, fib diggity. It's my treat, Joyce says. Joyce said, we had snow a few days ago. It's gone now. All right, good. I'm glad it's gone. No ice, no hazardous driving. Our snow, we didn't have much snow this winter yet. I don't know. It'll probably hit us in the spring. That's what I'm thinking. Either snow or tornadoes with the change of the weather. You know, we are we're in Tornado Alley, but we've been pretty fortunate the last couple years. Get this thread out here. We've been pretty fortunate the last couple years. The tornadoes have been hitting further south of us and further north. Come on, you're almost in there. Got it. Got it. Let's straighten that twist out. I gave myself plenty of thread because I do not like running short. I do not like running short. Just like I don't like running short on this. Let's open up this sleeve. So what are you guys all working on? You can see I'm working on the doll. I'm working on caboodles. I'm working on a diorama. Should I go on? I'm working on a Santa Claus doll. I kind of put him aside while I'm doing this. And you know, Rosemary's going to come up with more caboodles next month. Rhonda says, that's a heat wave for me. 15? Rhonda says she's sketching. Oh, cool. Did Lori come in? Hi. Oh, Lori's the one who said it was 15. Hi, Lori. Lori! I loved everything you sold tonight. I'm going, yay, I finally caught Lori at the market. Lori is paint girly. Becca said, right now I'm busy holding cats. They're each taking a turn. Bexy, cats are, they like to be held. Becky's holding her kitties. They're not kitties, they're cats. They've passed the kitty stage. What did Marty say? I'm 5'1". I've been running short my whole life. Oh, Marty. My mother was a short little lady. She was a short little lady. Boy, but she had an attitude. You didn't want to get my mother mad at you. I miss her so much. I loved her so much. And every year that she's gone, I miss her more. Isn't that the way it goes? I think what fun it would be if we could go thrifting together now. She loved to go to garage sales. She loved to go. They had a little, what they called a bargain bin in the town. She didn't live in the town, but she shopped in the town. And I think the bargain bin was run by a local church group. It was just a small town. And she was there every Friday. It opened on Friday. She was there every Friday. And I think they had a raffle for a quilt. And it was just a simple quilt. It was just like a piece of fabric that was sewn onto a backing, maybe a batting in the center. It was not pieced or anything like that. It was just one piece of fabric, and it was tied with yarn ties. It was really nothing, not much to it. And she won that. She won the raffle. She was so proud of it. I think I have it. I think I brought it home with me. I'm going to have to get my quilts out because I need to check them anyway. That one that I left that bag in the back of the car, I think it got eaten with the moths. I think some of the moths ate at one of the squares, and I was so sad to see that. However, I read that Mary Jane magazine, and I was thinking I could mend that with visible mending. Mary Jane Farm has an article. I don't know if you guys read Mary Jane Farm. It's a organic farming kind of for women. And they had an article in the current issue about visible mending, where they would mend like their overalls, the farm ladies in this article. They would mend their articles, their clothing on the outside, and they'd let the stitches show, like what we do with slow stitching. And I was thinking I could do something with that. It's only on one little square. It's a red square. And I was thinking that I could do some visible mending on it. I really hate myself for that happening. But I have other quilt. It's just a quilt top. It wasn't a quilt. It was a quilt top. She never got it quilted. But I have the quilt that she made for me. She made me a quilt my freshman year of college. And it's black and pink. And it was sewed. It was not hand stitched. It was sewn on the machine. And I took that quilt to college with me. And I was so proud of it. I got to make sure I'm doing it right here. I was so proud of that quilt. And I have it to this day. I think I have that home. And I actually have my older sister's quilt, because she passed away. Hers was just a crib quilt, a baby quilt. And then I have the quilt that belonged to my younger brother. I have that. And my older brother, my mother made one for each of us. My older brother, I was upstairs here in this house after I moved home. And there's a room upstairs there's 3 bedrooms upstairs and a bathroom. And my older brother took one for kind of like his hunting and fishing stuff. It's kind of like a man cave type thing, only it's upstairs. And all of his hunting and anything that interested him went in one room. And then anything that interested his significant other went in the other room. And then the 3rd bedroom they used as kind of a guest room for when their grandkids came. And which I started sleeping in, but it got so hot up there that I stopped sleeping up there, because in the summertime it can get like 101 up there, 102. And they have an air conditioner, a window air conditioner, but it takes 8 hours for it to cool the room. It's an old thing. And then I only sleep up there, and I'm going, it's not worth it. Your electricity bill runs real high, so I just started sleeping down here. And that works for me, and it cuts down on the bills. But that room up there where I was sleeping, I kind of use it to store all my extra art stuff, my books that I get that I don't use right away and stuff like that. But I was up there one day in her room because she's gone now, and my brother doesn't really go through that stuff too much. He knows it's there, but he really doesn't care. And I, of course, asked him before I go snooping around, because it's only polite. And he said, look at whatever you want to look at. And there's it's kind of got, it's a bedroom and it's got 2 closets over this way. And in the closet, the walls, I think, are slanted. I can't remember. I don't open them much because they're dark. It's dark in there. But I did open one when I first started looking in there. And there on the floor was the quilt that my mother made for my older brother. All crumbled up on the floor. And I got it out. I knew what it was right away. And I got it out. I didn't wash it because you have to kind of be careful with what you wash. Even, well, she must have made that sometime in the 60s or 70s, maybe even the 1980s. And you have to kind of be careful when you just go throwing things in the machine. But what I did is I took it out and I hung it over. There's a banister as you go up the steps. There's the railings as you come up, but there's a banister on one side, and there's no window in that. You come up the steps and it's all enclosed, and I hung it across that banister because there's no direct sunlight hitting it. Oh, I'm loving this. See, and this under the sleeves has enough black that it will contrast with the white of her arms, and that's what I wanted. Now, I think this is the back. Let me check for sure. And if it's Becky doing it, this is the back over here. This is the front. This is the back. Yeah, this is the back because it's got the crossover of the lace here. If it were Becky doing it, she'd be pressing these seams. She'd probably be running on under a sewing machine real fast, but you know, and taking out the basting threads. Oh, because Becky's a pro. But this isn't Becky doing it. This is just your little Meri. I am loving it. Let's put it on her. And once it's on, it's not coming off again. Because we're going to put her hair on. We're not going to put it on next. Uh-oh, am I going to be able to get that head in there? Come on, lady, you can get it. Oh, that's the back, Meri. Turn it around. This is how Rosemary dressed hers. Thank you, guys. I can't wait to see it done either. Her one eye is bigger than the other. Let me get her blouse on it. I've shown it before, but I'll show it again, what I'm thinking here. Come on, you can do it. It's like dressing your grandmother at the, it's like dressing your grandmother or one of your kids. Put your arm in there. Uh-oh, is her arm going to go in there? Come on, give me your little gold hand. Now the other one. Don't hurt my arm. Come on. Uh-oh. Let's get this pulled out here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, put your little fingers in there. Ow! Ow! You're hurting me. No, your hand goes in there real good. You aren't hurting. Whew! I'm glad that's over with. Let's get it on her. Get it fixed here. She says, "What did you do to me?" Her collar's bouncing up. Let's put it down. She needs a necklace. She needs a choker, doesn't she? Did they wear chokers down in Mexico? Probably wore a sash of some sort. Oh, I'm loving it. You can't see these two beaded. You can't see these very well, but there's some beaded, kind of like a little charm on each side. They'll probably get tucked in. That's too bad. There's one on her back. Aww. Aww. And this almost looks like a high collar. Whoops. I gotta, let me zoom out. I'm sorry. I was dressing her. You didn't need to see that part anyway. Let me zoom out. There she is. Gold jewelry. Oh, what a great idea. Doesn't this look like a high collar here? It looks like a high collar, doesn't it? And we could put a choker, or maybe with a gold. I bet I have a black and gold. I bet I have something that's black and gold that could go clear around her neck. I'll have to look for it. But let's get this kind of out. Yeah, I think I'm liking it. I might come around the neck with something else. I had to leave this open. You saw how much trouble I had just getting it over her head. What time is it? It's 9:20. I don't think I have enough time to do the skirt. What is this, my needle? Let's give Penelope my needle. Let's see what we have here, though. Now, the skirt, I do think, I thought that I would put it, oh, look, it's got a band. See, I thought I would put it like this. I could still put it like that and have the band go around the bottom, or I could put it like this and have the band go around the top. But I don't think it shows enough if I put it on the top. But the heart's facing the right way for me. So do I have the heart? And of course it'll be gathered. Do I have the heart right side up and not much of the band showing except for on the back? Or do I have it upside down and more of the band showing on the hemline? I think I like the band on the hemline. You like her eyes, Holly? Well, see, this eye is much bigger. I got that thread. This eye is much bigger, but I think the curvature of her face kind of compensates for that. I'm going to leave it bigger because that's the way I painted it. Hi, Laura. Hi, Jen. And Mary too is here? I decided to leave her right eye because of the curvature of her head. Kind of compensates. You can still tell it's a little bigger, but I'm going to leave it. I just don't feel like repainting it at this point. And that's how I did it. So let's see, who else did I miss? Let me go back. And Mary too is here. Aw, thank you, Lucia. She says she's so cute. Laura Vasquez is here. Marty. Crafty Jen. Heart upside down. Yeah, I think so too, Rhonda. And then I won't have, see, this is already hemmed. I won't have to hem it. I'll have to cut some off because there's too much up here. But now, my next question is, let's just kind of wrap this around and let it flare out a little. I might find some red material. I wish I had more of this red, but I don't. But I want to put, ooh, I'd love to find some more black lace. I'll bet I have more black lace. Wouldn't more black lace look great down here? Oh, it would look wonderful. I would probably do it on the underneath and let that hem show. It would depend on what I found. Black lace. I'll bet I have more somewhere. That would look really nice with black lace. You guys aren't seeing. Let's turn it this way. Well, sort of that way. Yeah. And of course, she's going to have dark hair with the rose. And then I think I have, you know what I have, Lucia? Remember that cameo trim? I can make a really nice choker out of that cameo trim. It's not gold, but we could have a gold cross coming down this way. Have a choker out of the cameo trim, and then have a gold cross coming down her neck. But my question to you guys is, even if I have the lace down here, Let's just put it like this, sort of. I've got her gold slippers, but I feel like I need to... I need something around her legs. I don't like just white legs there. The gold cross sounds perfect. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a cameo. I got some cameo trim. Lucia knows what I mean because I sent her some. What did Meri 2 say? Rethink. Let me show it. I trust Meri. Show. I think it's really, oh, thank you, other moderator. Yeah, it'll be a full gathered skirt. It's long. I just wrapped around her. It'll be gathered. I've got to cut it. I've got to trim it. I've got way too much here. But it will be gathered. And what I'll probably do is I'll trim it off first, and I'll probably just seam it up the side here. I'll probably hand stitch it because that's what Rosemary did. And then I'll gather it. I'll gather it. Let's turn it this way. Let's just kind of gather this way. Like that, sort of like that. And then I think I got some more black lace. I think I'm going to put down here. But then I need something for her socks. I'm going to do some jewelry on her wrists. I'm going to make some wrist jewelry. Oh, and let's see if I can find her earrings. You guys can look at this for a minute. Let me put her out. Sorry, Penelope. You guys can look at her for a minute. I got the, I think they're over here. Let me see if I can, oh, I might have moved them. I might have moved them when I moved my doll tray. I think they were on the doll tray. Let me check here. I don't think they're still out here. Let me go over here and see if I can find them on the doll. I need to finish up my doodle dolls. And where did I put them? Hold it. I'm getting there. They're here somewhere. Here. You know, I've got boxes stacked up again. Not to the ceiling, but if I don't take care of them pretty soon, I want to see if I can find those earrings that I want for her. I think they're on this. Let me bring this out. And there's more dolls that I'm working on. Maybe I'll work on one of these for the rest of the stream because I'm just about done with what I can do on her tonight. Hold it. Let me come over without tripping over a ball of yarn or spilling my tray. All right, I'm going to move her off. We'll show her as she is on my thumbnail. Here are the other dolls that I'm working on, and I still have to mail them out. They're going to be mailed out. Somebody asked me once, why don't I mail them out as I get them done? And, you know, I'm just not sure I want to do that because I like a picture of them all together. Because once I mail them out, they will no longer be together. It's like my chair is running over a paper towel here and it's bothering me. It's caught in the wheel. I'll have to undo the wheel, or not undo it, turn it. All right, let's see if I can find the... Oh, look, here's some blue lace. I think my scissors might be in my... I'm looking for her scissors, the earrings. That's a scraper card. See, I've got all sorts of lace. I hope the earrings are on here. Well, whether they're on here or not, I'm going to work on one of these dolls because I'm almost done with them. I have to... See, I made this when I made my wax seals. This is a needle book or just a little fun book. I'm going to put that in my sewing journal. Where are the earrings? these are earrings, but they're not the ones I want. These are spoon earrings I got at Spoon Handle Earrings. They would work, but I got some scissor ones. We'll just keep looking. Put all the dolls to one side here. Fabric, doll, fabric, buttons and such. I'm going to cry if those earrings aren't here. I started doing another doll, but that doll doesn't count. That one's going to, this I'm doing for myself. The others I'm sending out. Fabric, doll. These are doodle dolls. I call them doodle dolls. They're actually, I think they're Dottie dolls officially, but I call them doodle dolls because you use all sorts of little, you're doodling with fabric scraps. Please tell me that the earrings are here. Please. More lace. Doesn't look like it. Brads. It doesn't look like my earrings are here that I want for her. They're scissors and they're dangly. It's like a scissors piece. There's a wax charm. Look at this for a minute because they have to be over here. They have to be here. I think I need to do more organizing. I think I need to do. I'm looking for my earring doll, my doll's earrings. I'm not finding them. Grr! Well, this is what I'm going to make the poncho out of. Why is it when you want it, it never fails? When I want it, I can't find it. I can't find it. I'll have to find them and show them you another time because they are not showing up for me. They might have fallen on the floor. They might be in one of my boxes, not inventoried. All right, I'm not going to waste any more time looking for them. This is what I'm going to crochet a poncho out of. I don't know, though. That kind of contrasts. It's a little bit brighter, but you don't really want it the same color. But see, it has these red beads in there. But a poncho would cover up all the... I'll have to rethink that. That's what I was thinking. All right. I'm just so disappointed. Those... I got them out. I probably saved them someplace. I had them on here for the longest time. All right. I'm out of the mood. I'm out of the mood. Sorry. We'll come back to this another day. This is why I can't find anything. I do it like this. I do it like this. And then everything gets mixed up. All right, let's put my pliers away. I'm going to see if I can't find some more black lace. There's some pink. What was I doing here? Oh, I had this in her face. Look at that. Look at that. When I painted her face. That'll go in my scraps. Goes in my stitch bag. Hold on. Mary's not done fiddling around. Let's see what I have in here for lace. Maybe I'll find those earrings in here. We'll just lay her out here. Let's see what I have. I have a black ribbon and red ribbon. I have pink lace and white lace and more white lace. I have an empty and an empty. And let's keep that out. I'll use that. Sharpie pen. Oh! Oh! Bling! A bling bag. I'm sure that probably came from Keisha. I have an old, I get this stuff at Hobby Lobby when it goes on sale. $1.50. I was putting them on jar lids. This would be fun to put on a box, wouldn't it? I have an X. I have this that I never figured out quite what to do with. Oh dear. I was hoping I'd have more lace in here, but ooh, I have this compact. Ooh, it's gold. That should go in my gold box. Another ephemera case. Too small for zines, maybe ATCs. I think I got these from Janice Glines. Janet Glines. So, packaging. An X. I don't think so, Mary. I think you're not going to find any more in here. Oh, I should have found this in December. There's some Christmas. Another lock. And another one. I got them while the getting was good. What's this? Lots of stuff. I'm not finding any more black lace in there. Where's that Tim Holtz thing? Let's put this all back. I like to go through this every now and then, but it usually happens online with you guys. Here, I think this goes on. No, it's already got a lid. All right. This doesn't have anything that I want, except for that one little piece of black lace that we already used. It has this. I'll leave it there. All right. Am I boring you guys? You love that turquoise knob, Holly? Could the earrings be in the whatnot box? No, they're on tags. I don't think so, but we'll look. We'll look. Here's the whatnot box. Let's move this off my table. Let's look in the whatnot box. We have a matchbook. Let's dump it out. Oh, it's fun to dump out the whatnot box. Oh, we're going to play with these for the rest of the night. I got matches. Angie says she doesn't play with matches. But I got matches that I burned, and then I colored them red for Christmas. And I got bobby pins. I've got a necklace here. What? It's glued to the front. I got a necklace that has a silver and an earring. Now, the earrings that I'm looking for are on a tag like I got at Hobby Lobby. Rubber bands, a folder band, big paper clip. This is a clear button that was sewn on a ribbon. And I thought how fun that would be for a closure. I don't know who did that. A little, this is cute. I don't know where I got it, but it opens up. It's a little locket that opens up. That would be fun on her belt. Let's keep that out with the compact. And these, I can't throw these away. Every time I buy earbuds, I get them in a box, and I open the box, but this box is what holds it on the shelf at the store, and I can't throw that little hanger away. I'm going to use it for something, I think in like a drawer, you know, open a drawer, maybe an altered book that has drawers in it. Buttons. Looks like a top of a inside of a bottle. A little bead that has a cross on it. Oh, it has a. Now that's interesting. I think I'll save that out. A little earring foamy you put in your ears. Then you get extra ones. Here's a hanger. A little round clippy thing. I think these came off of some water markers that you said you're supposed to take that yellow band off, Mary. Here's another one of those hanger things. Here's a bobby pin with a gold button on it. Some beads. This is a hand to a clock. That atomic clock, I think. I got another one in here someplace. A glue stick, my whatnot box, some staples. This I got, it was hanging around here. CBL done it. It's a little keyboard computer with a keyboard. Matches, I don't need all those matches for what I'm going to do. I'll have to find those. They're around here. Here's a key. It'd be nice to have a key out there too. You know, it'd be nice to have a chatelaine. You guys know what a chatelaine is? It's it goes around their waist, and it has like little scissors and thimbles and things that you need. Of course, I don't know. I guess the Mexican maidens might need scissors. They were more of a Renaissance type thing. So I don't think there's anything in here except for my matches that I'm gonna, and these. Keep those out. Somebody said, are they in your whatnot box? Let me put all this stuff away. This is kind of cool. If I could put something on here, I have the clasp here. I could tie it even. Keep that out. This is what you put in whatnot boxes. You put a bunch of whatnots in it. What do you have in your whatnot box? I have whatnots. What time is it? It's 9:42. I want to, we'll just leave this lady out on my desk. It's a little pattern thingy. I'll find them. They're here someplace. I took a whole bunch of stuff off my desk and put it in a box, and they're probably in a box. What I want to do is play with this, with these. I'm getting a piece of wax paper here, because I don't want them to stick to my desktop. Let's put it this way and this way. Bring her down a little so you can admire her. And what I want to do is I want to make a little easel. And I'm going to put the little black feet down at the bottom. And I'm going to put 2 here and 1 here for now. Let's do the 2 here. But I think what I'm going to have to do, I'm trying to think, I want to keep them even. So they won't be glued there, they'll be glued here. This will become a crossbar. That'll hold these 2 together. I might put a dab of glue there. But I've got to have 2 that, I need a little bit longer one here. One that I like. Shall I zoom in a little again here so you guys can see? Let me get my glossy accent out. And I should probably put a cardboard. Let's see how much time I got here. It's down to 82. 82. I've got to get my laptop hooked up. This phone is, the battery's getting eaten up with this YouTube stuff. Let me put something underneath my wax paper so I can just pick it up and go. Let me find something flat, like a magazine. We will use this Adventures in Bookbinding book that I got at the library. I'm going to turn it upside down because I want to move this off of my desk once I get it glued, and I don't want to have to pick up the wax paper. I'll pick up the book. And my doll is not going to be visible now, so I'm going to move her off. Oh, look, I have this still out. Holly said she liked that. It only cost me $1.49. All right. Whew, it's warm in here. Oh, I got my big X out here too. On my desk. I didn't get it all put away. All righty. So what I want to do is just put these two together and just let them sit by themselves. Let's turn it. Let's turn these. And we're just going to let them kind of rest there. And I'm going to put a dab of glue here. Come on. Come on, dab. Yeah, it needs opening up a little. I'm only going to be on until 10 o'clock. Becky, I am going to make a little matchstick easel. You'll see. A little glue there and a little glue there, and it'll run off. I'll tear it off of my wax paper when I'm done. And then I'm just going to take this and put it right there. And just kind of hold it down. Put this back together. I'll put a little dab of glue in there. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to let that dry. It looks like an A, doesn't it? But after this is all dry, and I'll have to tear that glossy accent ran down underneath. I know that. But this should stick on there. And then what I'm going to do, somehow, I need to make a third leg on the back. I need to make a third leg. And I think I can do it, but we'll see. I might have to use a hinge, meaning a little piece of cloth or a little strip of leather or something to hinge this piece to that piece. And only I'll do it on the back of this. This is the front. So it will stand. Let me push that up a little. It will stand like this. I can't do it without holding my hands in front of it. If I can get, it'll be a three-legged stand. I don't know if I can do it so you guys can see it. But something like that with it, and then I'll have a crossbar in the front. And this is going to go in my diorama window display. And I'll put a little canvas on there. Shall I make another one while we're at it here? Just for the, I won't be able to get both of them in the display. But let's just make another one while I'm here. I don't like that because it's got some white on it. Let's do these two. Like so. We're going to put those a little closer together. And then we'll put that one on top. So a little dab here. Oh, the dabs don't come out unless I clean out my... A little dab there and a little dab about to there. And we're going to put this right on top of the dabs. So, like that. And then I'm going to obviously move it around so that it doesn't look good anymore. Stop moving. There. I'm going to leave that just like that. And I will put some up in here. And I'm going to let that dry. And then I think what I'll do is pretend this is the back. This is really the front. But I think what I'm going to do is put a little fabric strip hinge on both sides of here and have the third leg on the back. So we'll see how that works. I can't do any more with it tonight because it has to dry. And I've only got 10 minutes. I can't do much in 10 minutes. What do I have in here? I can show you. I've been doing Becky's, Aunt Beck's Creations. I've been doing her... I'm not allowed any more matches or candles. Matchsticks. I've been doing Becky's crochet along. Let me put the pin in here. I've been doing Becky at Aunt Beck's crochet, Aunt Beck's Creations, her crochet along. Let me put my glossy accents away so I can find it again. And she put up a new one today. I think she called it the Camelback. I haven't crocheted it yet. I'm going to do it tonight after I get done streaming. I'm following right along. She's got episode 5 up. Every week she's putting up a new one. But this is the first one. And as you can see, I'm learning these stitches. So as you look at this, I've pointed this out before. I'm learning it. Look how loose it is down here. I was still figuring it out here. And then up here, oh, I see now. Let's look at the other side. Yeah, you can see I'm a little off in here. So if I went back and did this again, though, I would pay a lot more attention down here. I don't know. Did I get tighter up here? I think I just got tighter in there because it looks like I have it. I may not have it in the right spaces. I'm not sure. But I got it right up at the top. This was called, I think, the linen stitch. This was, the next one she did was the Elizabethan stitch, and I really like this. I'm going to have to go back and write down the directions. This was really a pretty one. I got a couple spots in there, but even your couple spots don't matter. I'm sure I probably started down here, or maybe I started down here, and it got tighter as I went up, I think. I tend to do, this is a pretty stitch. Becky is doing an Afghan with hers. I don't have enough of each color to do, well, she does a couple rows in each color, but, and this was the third one, and this was the almond stitch. And as I look at this, I did not like doing it, but as I look at it, I'm really not too unhappy with it, because if you can kind of see, as I'm looking at it in my tablet, which is only 144, let me set up the quality on this. Advanced. Come on. I selected advanced. There. You can kind of see, it's hard to see in white, but I had trouble crocheting it in a darker color because you have to, you do half doubles and then you go to a single. But you can kind of see where it curves in like that. So I'm not too unhappy with this. I said I'd never do it again though. It was a good learning experience. And I forget what she called the fourth one. I forget what she called it. There's a name for this stitch. It's really a pretty one. Yeah, this is all done with, I got a bag of just yarn balls for $2 at the thrift store. And so the idea is to use yarn from your stash or thrifted yarn. I like this stitch a lot. I'm going to have to go back and see what it is. I think Becky is probably visiting when Scott came home, so she's not online. So I got 5 minutes here. I'm gonna take my little easels off and put my Rosemary doll back on there for a thumbnail, and then we'll chat a little. And then I'll say goodbye. My little Rosemary doll. This is her, it's really a Oaxaca doll, but I named her Rosemary. Let's zoom out. You can get her big green eyes. Good view of her big green eyes. Oh, there's Becky. Oh, Elizabeth Stitch. Thank you, Becky. It was that gray one. I have it here. This is the Elizabeth Stitch. Now, one of these stitches would look nice for her poncho, wouldn't it? If I did a poncho for her. I wanted to do a poncho. She might just be having the poncho as an accessory. I don't really want to cover this up, though. But the reason I want to do a poncho, or maybe I'll do a poncho and I won't put it in the journal. Maybe I'll draw a picture of a poncho or something. I haven't decided about the poncho yet. Because when I was a freshman in college, I had an opportunity to go to Mexico with a group of college friends. Now, these Oaxaca dolls are, Oaxaca is a region in Mexico. And this is a Oaxaca doll. We also have going, I'm not working on it tonight because I don't have time. This is the Oaxaca cover. I need to paint these. I need to paint like these leaves and flowers will be colored. And then I'm going to varnish it. So here's the journal. I need to work on this. I'm not going to do it tonight. But this is Rosemary's caboodle for this month. Good night, Holly. Have a great weekend. What is tonight? This is Friday night. Have a great weekend. Shaw. Make her a shawl. Oh, I could do a shawl. I could do a shawl, but I really wanted a poncho because when we went to Mexico, I didn't finish my story. I went to Mexico with a group of friends, and my friend and I each bought a poncho in Mexico. Mine was pink. It was pink! And I think it had green in it. I still have it. It's up in Wisconsin. It was pink, and hers was orange. So I wanted to do a shawl just as kind of a remembrance of my trip to Mexico. And you know, you guys, I journaled. I don't know if I probably do someplace in one of those boxes. Now, let's see, that was, my goodness sakes, that was 50 years ago. That was 50 years ago? Because we went down there in 1970, I believe, the summer of 1970. So 1970 to 2000 would be 30 years, and add 20 years to that. That's almost 50 years. Good night, Becky. Have a great weekend. Hi, Suze. Oh, yeah, I'm going to add her hair. I just finished her blouse tonight. I'm going to work on her skirt next. The skirt is just, I want to look for some black lace. I'm sure I have black lace to put on the border here. I'm going to make her some jewelry. I have to find her earrings. And this is going to be her hair. It's kind of all bunched up right now. But yeah, she's going she'll have pretty black hair by the time I get done with her. So, but she's just not quite there yet. And I want her to have some jewelry. I'm debating about the poncho, because I really don't want to cover up the red blouse, because that's part of the original part of the doll. I'm going to put a choker on here, and she's going to have a gold cross. She's going to have jewelry on her arms. She has in her hair, she also has that floral. She's got this floral. And I might make a floral for her belt. I got this. Now, I got this that I could make into a something. So, and I was thinking I'd make her a bag to carry on this. You know, maybe put it like this and gather up the sides. Something like that. A little bag. We'll see. We'll accessorize her once I get her all dressed. Could you make the poncho for another doll? I could, Becky. I really could make the poncho for another doll. I'm going to make let's make the poncho and then I'll decide. I could do another doll. You know, I could. If I did another doll, I'd probably size down this pattern. I don't think I want it this big. If I make a second one, I would probably size it down and make a small poncho. Well, we'll think about it. By the time I get there, though, Rosemary will have another caboodle out. Aww. All right, you guys, it's 1 after 10. The weekend's here. Tomorrow's Saturday. I have no idea what's happening tomorrow. Can you guys tell me? Something's happening on Saturday mornings. Oh, it's Carol, the Magical Touch. I hope she was here tonight, earlier tonight. Watch for Carol, the Magical Touch, tomorrow morning. I think she's coming on at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. But I don't know. She had internet problems last weekend. But watch for her. And I don't know who's on the rest of the day, except for Beth Schuler comes on in the evening. Yeah, but let's take her skirt off. The blouse turned out great, didn't it? We did the blouse tonight. And I think with the cameo choker and a cross coming down here will be just perfect. And we'll work on her skirt probably Sunday night. I'll see if I can't find some black lace to go on the, let's kind of gather it here. I don't know if I can gather it in front. Black lace to go on the bottom. How am I going to do this? Get out of the way. Let's push this all over here. I guess I'm going to have to kind of flatten it out there. We'll put these puckers under her arms for now. There, can you see her all? I think you can. And then when I take the picture, I'll straighten her out. Maybe. We'll see. So, Beth Schuler will be on at 6 o'clock. Carol, the Magical Touch. Carol's doing beautiful stitching. And I can't find the piece that I wanted to stitch on. I looked all through my fabrics the other day. And I thought I had it out. I'm going to have to look in these boxes. Christmas kind of threw my organizing off. But she is doing a roll kind of with the year. She's doing beautiful stitching. And then Beth Schuler will come on in the evening. I think she comes on at 6 p.m. I'll be back Sunday evening. Let's skip that. Let's go to Tanya. Usually comes on Sunday afternoon. Carol might be on Sunday morning too. The Magical Touch. Tanya usually comes on around 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and I will be back at 6. Mary, save me a cameo, please. Okay, Suze, I will. I've got some left. Susan knows I found it. It's in the other room, the trim. I got some cameo trim. I've been pretty stingy with it. I've been hoarding it. I haven't even been using it for myself. Good night, Ruth. Good night, Jen. Or use shoe polish and dye some of the other lace. That's a good idea, Riri. I might do that. I might, you know what I have? I have a whole jar of alcohol, black alcohol, that I saved from pins. And it's permanent. Can I get to it here? Is this it? Oh, look here. See how black that is? I could tuck that lace in there. I don't know if it'll come out black or gray. I could put a little piece in there and test it. But this is black alcohol that I saved from deconstructing all my old felt pins. And I go through those black ones like crazy. Might try that. And if not, I know I have some black ink. Uh-oh, what am I doing there? I know I have black ink. All right, everybody, I need to let you go. Have a great weekend and be safe. Make it a memory. Bye.